Total Home Improvement Company presents the Spring Blowout Special of the season. Remodel your kitchen, bathroom, basement, plus flooring specials for every room. Call 313-728-2025 for your free in-home estimate today. Mention this commercial and get 10% off your project. Call 313-728-2025. Remodel your home today. Total Home Improvement, the company you call for your home improvement needs.
Ladies, ladies, ladies. Ladies that travel the country know there's a nail shop here and a nail shop there. And in fact, you can find a nail shop everywhere. This one is numero uno in the country. And that's all because of these two guys right here.
At least my mama don't cause no eclipse anytime she bring her big outside.
Like, do you play no mama, no bitch wife joke?
I need everybody to be on their best behavior, okay?
Hey, come on in, take your shoes off. Hold on, Buster.
Damn a chopstick.
I bought some collard greens. Chitterland. Jennings is the pig's guts, you know.
I don't want to die following nobody's custom.
Man, take your shoes off!
But you didn't eat the shrimp sauce.
Oh,
Good.
you belong to me.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Put your shoes back on!
Is that them? These damn fools are running knives. They shoot. They shooting.
Y'all shy. Y'all shy. That's what it is. Y'all little shy. Come on, baby. I know it ain't the first time you done had some balls in your mouth.
That's Miss Brown. She is a low tipper and a high complainer. I'm stuck at the dirt work.
Hi, Miss Brown. I'm so happy to see you today.
What's up with that? You know I can hear you talking about me.
I need to order a pedicure.
Let Uncle Ray do Miss Stinky Feet.
Uncle Ray!
Your cousin said, count this out. Smack you in the face with a handful of money. Oh, my God.
It's just an allergy.
Allergy my ass, your feet stink.
But how in the heck I can keep the horse stand still for me to give it a manicure?
Maybe we should give him something to drink.
A shot of Hennessy.
You see this? There's a table, okay? The deal is off the table.
Oh, he tripping.
Come on and talk to me, baby. Come on and talk to me, Zeddy. Come on and talk to me, yeah.
I know what you got. But what's up with your girl?
Welcome to
I'm here for Kim.
Oh, hell no.
There's no here.
Man, did I stutter? Ain't no thing going on down here. You looking for food?
I was looking for food.
Oh,
Yes.
your customer's here.
You're watching United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion. TV!
See, I'm a gangster of God and I'm spreading the word. Truth be told, that's right, truth be heard. No matter what your gift is, it's made to see. So give it up for victory. United Gospel Explosion. TV. United Gospel Explosion. TV. United Gospel Explosion. TV. United Gospel Explosion.
Chicago, Atlanta, California. Oh, man, worldwide. Just so glad to be here today. Representing United Gospel Explosion TV. It's just a special day. You know, when you can stand up and be yourself, what I'm saying is the natural you, the you that God made you ready to go into battle, whatever the battle is. it's a great thing. It's a great thing. And I'm going to introduce my co-host today, Miss Kelly Tyler.
Hello,
Y'all know her
everyone.
from Kelly
What's going
Fashions
on?
and
Yes,
the
yes.
gym shoes and the international investments. Kelly doing major things. And last week I had Denise Agua, so I'm kind of bringing the host in one at a time to let y'all get to know them a little better too and what's really going on.
Right.
But we were talking about something about preparing yourself for winning just before we came on, Kelly. You remember this?
Yes.
What were we saying?
I mean, you got to be self-preservation and getting yourself together and letting God open you up. Even though you be surrounded with many, many people, you still need to bring awareness to things that's going around and just elevating.
Absolutely. And I want to talk about establishing today. And listen, if you get this particular segment, I think your future's so bright you'll need sunglasses. I'm going to take mine off. I just like to see my eyes. Yes. You don't have to, Kelly, but I just like to see my eyes and let them know I'm still here. I'm a Jedi, baby. We're still right here fighting in the trenches with you. But just understanding establishing yourself for winning. Right. And that's really what this is about. We just came off of Black History Month. Amazing. Things were happening all over town. I always like to shout out my little young group, El No African Dance Troupe.
Yeah, I love them.
Doing Black History Month. And I say that because, Kelly, they always bring in fire. If I do something here in California, anywhere I'm at and they're at, when they come, they bring 100%.
Yes, they do.
It may be a different young person each time, but I just like the juice and the tenacity,
I used them for my granddaughter's Sweet 16 party.
And you was telling me.
They were hyped. They hyped up.
Oh, they'll hype the whole show up.
Yeah.
But bring in tenacity for a minute, What am I saying? I'm talking about principles for winning right now. Right. And I just want to bring tenacity onto the plate for a minute during this first few minutes. And when you think of tenacity, when you think about the word tenacity is one thing, but the energy in tenacity, to me, is never stopping.
Right, never giving up.
It's never giving up. It's always going to be something that comes up on the road to success. I'm talking to somebody out there because right now I just came off of Black History Month, and we had an excellent Black History Month in the sense that so many people came in. I had Sherry come in from Sherry owns her own trucking industry, a young black female, logistics, international moving things around the country. And Sherry came in and told us about some $1 million ventures out there, grant monies that's available. And then look for grant monies for young black entrepreneurs, period. And then find your segment and it'll come up for you, some different things. But it's just good to have some people in person, I think up close and personal, I say, that'll come in and share their experiences that's already winning. Sherry had got a huge contract with one of my guys, Mr. Davis, TD, Terry, and it was for doing lockers, just putting lockers together. And that was a multi-million-dollar contract. Yeah. So, it's a lot of things, putting on the doorknob and things like that that's happening out here in the community that if it's a major project, sometimes they need a black involvement in it, just to reach their quotas and things like that, statistically. But you being that person that's in a position ready to do that, maybe with the right license, maybe with the right purchasing ability, you could come fulfill that contract on putting doorknobs in a multi-unit building, hundreds of units. Right. And that's a $100,000 contract right there.
Right.
So just go outside your box, but use tenacity. Right. I'm using the word tenacity now.
Never giving up, using that strength to keep going to accomplish your goals, and you got to have the tenacity to do so, because if not, you'll give up.
And things are going to come at you. And I don't want to set anyone up to feel like, hey, you go on my team and there's going to be no problems. No. You go on my team, we're going to work. And everything you work for isn't necessarily going to be isn't necessarily going to be on the winning end. Some of some of your goals, some of your things you set out to do, you're not just going to walk in and just achieve them. That's not what success is.
Right. It's going to be some bumps in the road, trust me.
But success. But success.
But you got to keep
I always
going.
say this. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you just got to keep going.
You got to
So,
keep grinding. I always say this. Be willing to put God first, you know. And this is me. This is me. This is Minister Torrance talking. This ain't you talking or the preacher talking. I'm saying I just put God first, and then I go ahead and live life. And I jump off the bridge expecting
right.
to hit the water. I don't
Yes.
jump off the bridge expecting to hit cement. I jump off the bridge expecting to dive in the water because
yeah.
that's my aim. Now listen, in life, you've had some experience, Kelly, with your shoes and with fashions and doing different things and your
Right.
music. A lot
Right.
of businesses you've been involved in. But it doesn't always go accordingly to plan.
Sure don't.
You know. But
God
the
will
plan
steer
is
you in
good.
other ways too.
Yeah, he take you different ways.
Yeah,
on purpose.
you'll be going one way trying to get it and push it, and he'll kind of block it. You wondering why you can't get in, and then all of a sudden you this way, and then it opens up doors, and you be like, wow, I didn't know I was gonna get this. But I
Bigger
was trying to
doors.
get this. Yeah, so sometimes you got to just let go and let God, because bigger doors will open for you, and maybe that's not your niche. Maybe that's not for you. So you got to keep it moving and find your niche. Don't give up just because this one thing doesn't work. You keep and continue to go, Don't worry about who do, who don't, who will, who won't. It's not about that. It's about you and God and where you supposed to be.
keep
Find
going
your
at it,
I read a book. It was Find Your Kazone, and I went to a church in
What's a
Atlanta.
kazone, though? Break it down for me.
Kazone is finding your place,
Your
your
zone.
talent, your zone.
Yeah, your zone, where it goes well.
Where
Okay.
where you supposed to be. So,
Okay, we just
yeah.
gotta know. Don't slip no kazones out here. But the thing is, finding your kazone, finding your space, tenacity. These are big things we're pushing at you. This is more than the concept. This is a frame of mind that even though I know you coming, even though I know I'm gonna take some shortcuts. Heck, I was in the hospital last week, but I had the tenacity
to get up.
To picture getting up, making it back home here.
Yes.
And I put God first in that too. That's why I say don't try this alone. But it's a faith walk.
Yes.
So I'm saying tenacity, and then I'm gonna say faith. And like drop 15 minutes on these powerful things. Tenacity is one thing, but faith is a total different thing. And biblically, I can bring you a lot of things. I can go to Hebrews chapter 11. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. I can go there biblically, but I'm just saying every day, me and you talking right now, you got to have the faith to stand up. And that's what I meant by standing up.
Yes.
And within yourself.
Yes.
Not for me, but within yourself to say, I know I can.
Yes.
Even when it seems like you can't. You walk in faith saying you can.
All right. People will tell you you're nothing. People can tell you, oh, you're not where you're at. You're not this or you're not that. Just don't listen. Tune that out and always listen to God. And he tells you you can, you will, you are. And you keep going no matter what someone else thinks, because they're just humans just like you. So you just got to keep walking and listen to that inner you and that inner voice opposed to those outer voices. Because those outer voices will distract your tracking.
Yeah, we don't need to listen to all the squeaky wheels. You know what I mean? In your head. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, why you doing that?
Like, look, you're gonna have enough people that come into your life on a regular basis to explain to you why you can't do what you're setting out to do. It's millions of them. They're not so much naysayers. It's just stuck in their frame of mind. But when you walking with that tenacity, when you standing in faith. In that substance, that it's not even there yet, but you seeing it, and the tenacity is pushing you, but the faith is showing you, drawing you. You got a picture in your mind, and you know it's going to be something.
Right.
Well,
some people,
faith is a substance.
They look at
Bible
the
says anyway.
eye of it. They take their natural eye and see and judge you from there, when God is so much greater for you in yourself. You can be on a lesser paying job. You could have lesser than someone else, but be greater than them. And you might not understand it because you're looking on the outside with those natural eyes saying, you know, hey, they got this house, they got this car, I don't have a car, I'm on the bus. But God has made you great, and your greatness just hasn't been foretold yet or unfolded yet. So if you just keep walking and keep going, trust me, there's going to get a time where that same person is going to be like, how did they make it? And they didn't have this, that, and the other, you know? And then all you got to do is turn around and say, God.
But God. So tenacity and faith. Now, I want to break faith down just for a minute because I don't want to. But because I want to bring up different concepts of winning, but tenacity, of course, is always one, and just
That's the
ending this.
strength.
I've been in races back in when you in school, doing
Right.
sports and stuff. But I've been in races where we were losing. But I remember a guy on our team, you guys know from the Big EC, Michael Walton. We were in a race once, and Michael became a average good guy, but. Just a fast, great athlete. And I remember we were running this race, and someone had slipped during the race on the baton exchange. And so we were way behind. But this man had the tenacity to start off a half length behind and believe he could win that race. And he took off like a racehorse. And the guys were running fast as rabbits.
Right.
But eventually Mike caught up with those guys.
Okay.
And then at the end of the day, at the ticker tape finish,
You hear that?
he took one lead lunge forward and crossed the finish line. All I'm trying to say is he had the tenacity
He didn't
to
give
move. And he had the faith to believe enough in himself that he could do it. And so a lot of times you may be behind in the race. Do you hear me? You may be behind in the race, but I'm trying to give you something. Open up your heart and receive this. That just because you're behind the race don't make you a loser.
Exactly.
Because that race, we were a half length behind. I had like 220 or whatever, half a quarter behind.
Yeah.
And he took off and won that race, and I think it went into the books then as being a great race, And you had some great races out there. And I think what makes a great race is for it to look like that you're not going to win in the beginning.
Yes.
You winning right now. I'm saying you winning.
Yes.
But you had to have the faith to know that you're winning.
Yes.
I can't give you your faith. But if you had just the faith of the mustard seed, the Bible said you can tell a mountain to go jump in the river, and they got to go. So I don't know if I got the mustard seed, but I had the faith.
Even today.
We walking and believing in this.
Things discouraging had appeared, in my life. I got up and I still said I'm going. I still came. I still made it. So in spite of, you're gonna just keep going and you'll make it. I made it here. I'm here now.
It's a
you know what I
blessing,
mean?
too.
No matter what was going on earlier, I made it and I'm here.
And see, when these things happen, you may not believe this, Kelly, but it's always a special reason. It's always a bless for your press. Like when you find yourself pressing towards a mark, trying to get there. She is trying to get here. Things will happen, whatever. I don't know what happens with a woman. Get ready. You got so many things they can do. But anyway, it was a problem. But you kept pressing. And
That's
then you
tenacity.
hear right now, I think the blessing right now is that you can tell somebody else you made it.
I made it.
You made it.
And that's just a little bit of what we're saying about that tenacity. I didn't give up. I didn't let go. I had that much strength in me to keep the courage to go on no matter what was trying to discourage me, no matter what obstacles was in my way. I was determined to be here. And that's determination. That's tenacity.
Now, y'all know I'm doing the UGE TV show right now, and I just wanted to bring in, I had touched on Hebrews 11 chapter, the first verse. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Now when I say that in words, it sounds like it's words all fit together. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, but the evidence of things not seen. In other words, you haven't gotten it yet, but you see it.
I see it. But
You haven't gotten it yet, but you can taste it. You haven't gotten it yet, but you're willing to reach out with all the tenacity you have and to be what you see. And that means you might have to do a little correct, you might have to get a little education, you might have to do a little bit of this, that, but that doesn't mean it's unreachable. So that faith is reaching for that thing that hasn't even been done yet, but that you picture being done or you see being done in your life. So there's some great things for you right now. Like Kelly said, you might be walking to the bus stop right now.
Right.
But you can still picture your new car.
Right.
You might be you might not have a place to live, but picture your house laid out in the colors you want. And I'm not saying this as a mind trick or anything. I'm just saying the seed, exercise those seeds of faith I'm talking about right now. Faith is exercise as you picture your blessings in front of you that haven't even occurred. You exercise the faith right there because I see it happening. And they may say to us, go ahead, here you go again with all that. No. I'm for real because if you continue to walk this way, and I always say put God first over everything, so that's like the umbrella of everything else. The tenacity, the faith, and a couple more of these principles. But if you walking in this way, I guarantee you, you're going to see changes in your life. And I must say this. Don't wait to be perfect. I've talked to so many of my brothers out here. We be out kicking it at the spa or wherever, a game. And they always say, well, when I get myself together, I'm going to come get with you. No. Don't get yourself together, get with me, because I ain't that together.
Right.
But God is able to take us from where we're at right now, Kelly,
right.
and shoot you to where you want to be. And so when I'm giving you these principles, and I guess I can say this out loud on TV because I'm being held to this one time. But we'll go. Should I say it?
Go ahead.
I'm going to say it
if
then.
it's planted in there.
It came to me. It came to me just as plain as me and y'all listen to me right now. It came to me. It wasn't so much about my work. But you got to work for what you want. And you got to study for what you want. All that to be approved. But it was not so much about my work. It was about the faith and tenacity and moving forward and putting God first. And he showed me that as long as I did that, I'd be successful.
Yes.
That's mind blowing to me because when he told me that, I was looking at him and I said, what? Is that all I got to do? Is you kidding me? He said, no, you ain't got to do that. And I went to thinking back over my life. Times when I worked the hardest, I thought I was the smartest. Times I did this or that, whatever. Tried to be slick or whatever. But none of those things had got me in the position where I was at. God will show you in reflection sometimes if you sit there and meditate with him. None of those things that got me to a hill of beans, as Daddy used to say.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
But what got me where I was the blessings he had set in front of me. And then you think back over your life at different ways you could have turned left, but you went the right way this time. Thank God. But you could have went the wrong way. You could have went left, but you went right, as a metaphor. But because you went the right way, you were blessed beyond measure, like Kelly said. I was thinking about doing it a whole different way. We had me going all around there doing it a different way. And that's what these blessings are of success are for you right now. You turn, you go the right way. You pray for the strength to go the right way. Don't do it. Don't worry about you having the energy of being ready to do it right now. I ain't worried about you being caught up on cigarettes or alcohol or weed or drugs or whatever you are or whatever it could be. I'm not here to judge you like that. But I'm telling you, no matter what position you're in, no matter how cloudy your head get, it's a God for you.
He'll take all that away too. He'll change you. Trust me. I've been through a transformation in the last 2 years that I never thought that would be possible, and just so easy, just like that. It disappears. And I
whole different level?
Yeah, just the level is different.
It's a different
It's
level.
levels to this.
Levels.
And when you look back, you were so worried about not being in the in crowd or in the now and all that. But it's not that. It's something bigger than that. And once you learn that, you can let go of small things, that meant giants to you, actually.
Yeah. And the in crowd, you find, isn't really the in crowd, The in crowd is the crowd that surrounds you to help you achieve your goals and your successes.
And you learn that, yes.
And your blessings and your friendships and all of that. And then sometimes a crowd comes for a season. You understand that?
And you gotta
this isn't one of the things. I'm just kicking it on the season, because no matter how good it is or how good a person is to you or with you, it's sometimes God leads you them for a season.
And seasons.
And it is a season to things. It's a season they're going to be with you and a season they can't. It may be a season where they go on to heaven or whatever and you have to stay here and work.
Right.
But that's their season. And I'm still enjoying my season, so don't rush by. I'm still here to work at it and get it. But I'm saying, so understand the seasons. And so it helps you not rely on outside forces of people too much. It's good to rely on. It's good to show love with each other.
Yes.
It's good to grow with each other, but you can't get stuck.
Yes.
Because if Kelly can't do it, I still got to do it.
Yes.
But it's a blessing that she could do it here with me.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? If Reverend Torres can't do it, if I can't do it, Kelly still got to do it.
I would have still been here,
she
going
can still
on.
get it. and so that's how we training our people, that we all be always ready,
Yeah, self-sufficient, but still a team. Because you got to, like you said, that train has different parts. And each part plays a part, even though they're all connected.
Yes, come on now.
So,
you're talking some deep philosophy, too.
Even if we take off one of the trailers, the train's still going to move.
You still got a caboose moving.
It's still moving. So it's going to always move, and you just, when your time, you just connect back or you keep going,
You know what? For the second half of the show, I'm going to open up the phone line, but I'm going to come back and talk about winning experiences and how some of the smallest experiences, like Kelly was saying, just making it here today, maybe things that set up their faith stronger or make you stronger in your walk.
Yes.
So all I'm saying, we're going to talk about winning and setting you up to win, and start winning immediately. Start winning small, and I'm not talking about playing the lottery. I'm talking about getting up and doing things and getting your reward for what you've done is also winning. So we'll be right back, you guys. You watch United Gospel Explosion TV. We talking about moving forward after Black History. Peace.
Total Home Improvement Company presents the Spring Blowout Special of the season. Remodel your kitchen, bathroom, basement, plus flooring specials for every room. Call 313-728-2025 for your free in-home estimate today. Mention this commercial and get 10% off your project. Call 313-728-2025. Remodel your home today. Total Home Improvement, the company you call for your home improvement needs.
Have you ever wanted your own TV show? Have you dreamed of showcasing your talent for the world to see? Well, now you can. Have your own TV show. You can have your own 30-minute show. Not only will you be seen in the Detroit area, but you can be viewed worldwide. For more information, call 313-868-6612. Visit our studios and receive a free TV interview to promote your business, church, or organization by appointment only.
Justice for Mario Willis. Truth. Facts. Evidence. Matter. Log into justiceformariowillis.com. Read for yourself.
In the world of digital broadcasting, transmitters and exciters sometimes do this. If this happens when you're watching WHPR TV 33, please do this. Watch us on Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, or TV33WHPR.com. Download the WHPR TV app, and we can also be heard on Amazon Echo. So remember, if you see this, you can do this and support the station that supports you.
You're watching United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion TV.
See, I'm a gangster with God and I'm spreading spreading the word. Truth be told, that's right, truth be heard. No matter what your gift is, it's made to see. So give it up for victory. United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion.
Broadcasting out of Detroit, Watkins Broadcasting. Having fun today with Miss Kelly Tyler. And we're talking about winning and setting yourself up to win. And, you know, we go through Black History Month every February.
Yeah.
And I love it. I mean, I love it. But that's not necessarily what sets us up to win. It's considering the great people that's come before us, Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
They
Sojourner
laid the path.
Truths.
Yes.
What's the
Harriet
lady with the
Tubman.
hair grease? The first.
Oh yeah,
gosh.
Selena. I forget her name.
The first black millionaire woman in
Cecilia
the hair
or something
business,
like
Madam C.J. Walker.
Yeah,
How can I
C.J.
forget?
Walker. Yeah, I'm like,
I mean,
Cecilia.
I can go on and on with beautiful black women, men, and people of all races. But when you go into Black History Month, we like to pull those things out as examples of winners.
All right.
You know that you can win too.
Yes.
That if you continue to, as I say, put God first. Some people just run out there and they go to doing what they do, but you continue to walk in that, walk in tenacity, walk in the faith of your purpose, you know, that God has given you. Look for that, search for that, pray about it, you know. And prayer ain't spooky to me. I'm a gangster for God. I ain't like some of y'all. You know that I can say this out loud and with my friends at the spa, wherever, because I'm not ashamed of it. Because you know, and it's easy to become ashamed because the enemy wants us to lose our power. So if you become ashamed of your power, shy away from your power. Look, like Muhammad Ali, my daddy, and some boys messing with me. Look, my daddy, Muhammad Ali. Fool, do you understand where I'm coming from?
Exactly.
You about to get a beat down. Ali is my daddy. Well, you know, Jesus is my father. You know, God is my
Exactly.
father. I'm already protected.
So you
Same
better
type of
watch
concept
out.
to me. You know, being a gangster for God just means I'm willing to set up and say that anywhere. It doesn't make me great in any other way, shape, or form, but just praising Him does make you great. So
Right.
I'm just throwing that out there. But we're back and just enjoying this conversation.
Yes.
About winning
Tenacity.
and just winning.
Your season.
And let me say you something. The level of your mind, your level of your aptitude
Right.
determines your altitude that you make it and flow through life in. In other words, if you're thinking on the level of joy and winning and happiness, that's what feeds back into your spirit. Do you understand me? If you're thinking of negativity of why you can and whoa, it's a terrible day on me.
Right.
I don't care if it's raining on your head and you got a new hairdo and then your whatever drip down onto your dress. Go change it because you can.
Right.
This is who you are. Part of having a winning attitude is no matter what come along, be willing and ready to do the next thing. Next successful thing in your
Always
path.
look for change. It was a
Look for
song.
change.
It used to be, remember, everything must change, nothing stays the same.
Yes.
Memories unfold.
Come on. Will Donnie sung that too, though. I must say that.
That was a beautiful song. I always
man,
will remember
everything
that.
must
Yeah.
change.
Everything must change.
But at
Nothing
the same
stays the
time, it's a
same.
beautiful thing in the midst of all this change that you still staying focused on the purpose, which is winning right now. And when I'm speaking of winning, it's not necessarily the amount of dollars in your pocket. You guys
Exactly.
know my concept of money is a little different. It's not so much the amount of dollars in your pocket to say you won or lost, because one thing I've learned, Kelly, is that the dollars are going to change.
Yes.
The dollars are going to change, girl. You understand? The dollars are going to change. One day it may be 100, next day it may be 1, but you're still the same person.
You got to stay.
So grab onto the you that created the money, not the money
Exactly.
that created you.
Exactly.
You know, I'm not a slave to money. I'm not a worshiper of money, even though I
Right.
use it
We
as
use
a tool.
it as a tool. That's what they give it to
And I
us for.
deserve to have it to use
Right,
as a tool.
right.
Don't
Just
get me
like
wrong.
you use a hammer.
You know, nowadays it felt like if you was a Christian, you couldn't have anything.
No. I don't
You ain't
believe
no Christian.
in
Look at this car.
that.
He got a Cadillac. He
Now,
ain't
if
no
you're
Christian.
a Christian, you're supposed to
If
have
you're a Christian, why he got a nice car like that?
faith.
And I'm like, where the heck did that come from? God ain't telling me none of this. I'm a young guy like, wait a minute. God ain't say I couldn't have no good
I
go-kart.
read, in all things, if you praise him, it shall come to you. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing, that he'll bless you with a better car than you could ever drive. He'll bless you with a better house than you can afford to buy.
Right.
And so not only do you deserve it, you deserve it abundantly. Because he said, in all things, I wish you to exceed and great and abundantly.
Yeah.
Great and abundantly in all things, you know. And so that's how I'm seeing that right now, that right now is your time to shine.
Yes.
And when it's your time to shine, don't be worried about who ain't shining and what ain't shining over there.
Or how
Just
they
get out
shine.
there and keep going, but keep putting God first. I mean, that's the main thing I'm saying.
Or how they shine, because that might be their glory, a way of their shine or their praises and their blessings, but your shine might be totally different in what you're trying to accomplish, and God will direct you. All you got to do is pray, direct my path, and it shall be. So you got to ask God, where should I be in life? Not where I want to be in life, but what do you want me to do? Where do you want me to go?
Beautiful.
And direct me so that I can be a better person. And because I've been using that, I've been feeling so much better. I've let a lot of things go. I don't pursue things that I used to pursue. I don't have to worry about going places that I don't want to go no more.
And tell me this, have you lost anything since you've elevated your thoughts?
I lost a lot of stress.
Just a lot of stress. but I'm saying you didn't lose anything to your gain. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't.
By thinking on this path, by thinking on the more godly
I think I've
path.
gained. Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to going more towards God. And if I don't accomplish none of my goals but to be with the glory of God, then that's fine with me. Yeah. I'm accepting that.
Because you're winning anyway.
Yeah, I'm winning anyway. So you know.
And I guess just open up our heart and open up our mind. A lot of people will see me going out on international travels with some of my different associates, my Asian friends or my Mexican friends or whoever, my Indian friends, and
right.
And what they didn't know or what I would like them to understand is that doesn't change me from being a black man. Ain't nothing gonna change you from being a black man, no matter who you associated with, what you're doing. But you can be respected on every level, and I think we should be respected on every level. I bring my process to the table. In other words, I come with a plan. And if you come with a plan that makes sense, and I don't care what race the person is, if it makes sense for them to prosper and gain, to them, you just became useful. You understand what I'm saying? I'm already useful to myself. But hey, I don't have a hang up on that at all.
Right.
But when you're dealing with different people, different races, it doesn't matter what color you is if I'm benefiting you.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter to you what color I am if I'm benefiting you.
Right.
You're not there because I'm talking good. You're there because I had a plan that you're willing to act and follow upon.
Exactly.
And so, I mean, that's how it works with different races and different people.
And business.
And I find that when you're useful like that, when you find yourself creating usefulness for your project or your team, whoever the team consists of, you're a more wanted player. You're a more wanted player. Because if you ain't coming there with something useful, let's say if we having the family potluck,
right,
and you ain't coming there with at least a biscuit or a cracker or anything or a pop or anything, and mom maybe done made the greens and Sarah made the fried chicken, JoJo got the potato pies, and you come in and just say, "Here I am," then you didn't come with the spirit of being useful to that particular potluck. So when you're looking for your success, bring usefulness to the table.
Right.
Oh, what did I say? What is he talking about? What is useful?
Be more grateful and giving than receiving, and you'll get more. Yeah. That's the way I see it. So whatever I can be a blessing to, it becomes a blessing for me. Absolutely.
And Kelly, I see this a lot in your work too, that when you're willing to be a blessing to other people, as you say, how does those doors open up for you? Have you noticed that?
Yeah. all kind of doors open that I wouldn't even thought would have, or the opportunities that have came because I just kept being diligent and had the tenacity to keep going. And through that, a lot of doors has opened. You know, I was able to make purchases or to invest or to accomplish or make sales even with my shoe lines and stuff of that nature.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, if you just go in there and not thinking I've got to get something out of this all the time and just go in there and say I'm going to put my first foot forward and I'm going to make it work, however it may be. You know, sometimes you got to be a servant to be served. So.
Well, that's true. And the thing is, you said something there. You have to be a servant to be served. That's correct. Well. Even deeper than that, it's a law of reciprocity. That's like what you put out, you're going to get back.
Right.
And if you stop worrying about getting yours, in other words, that's heavy right there.
Yeah.
I said something right there. But if you just stop worried about getting yours so hard and more worry about moving forward, getting projects done, winning, you know, making sure your team wins, looking for the success factors. If you start helping other people, listen, if you ever want to be help somebody else. If you ever find yourself in a position where you're hurting, you know, for finance, give some money away.
Yep.
If you ever find yourself like you need another level, open your mind. But here you are hurting for money already, and you see a beggar on the street asking for $1, and you pull over and you release that $1 to them. It's not the dollar at all. It's the law of reciprocity. And I'm not looking to get $1 back from the person I gave it to anything.
No,
like
it's
that.
not.
But it's something about that karma. It's something about the way things flow.
Yeah.
It absolutely all falls within the boundaries of keeping God first, because Jesus said your greatest commandment is to get out there and love somebody.
Help others.
If I'm wrong, go get your Bible right now. Call me up and let me know, because I want to go into this one with you. He said your greatest commandment was to love your neighbor as you love yourself. Love you one another. That's it. So it's a giving in that. You know, it's hard to love someone and you see them starve.
Yeah.
It's hard to say you love your child and you let them walk in front of the car. You do well for those you love.
Yes.
You know, and it opens up doors for love to find you.
Yes.
For blessings to find you.
Yes.
I just see it happening right now for us, and not just in Detroit, but in America, period. I see us begin to open up to one another. And it's a new day. I mean, look, I shop everywhere. I go to different restaurants of all cultures, but I strive and I pray to see a good black-owned restaurant. You know, and there are some out here. Don't get me wrong.
There's a lot
I'm just
of them,
saying that. I strive and I pray to see good black-owned businesses too. Not because I'm racist, because I'm not at all. I don't mean that in that way at all. What I mean is we deserve to take that challenge as well.
Exactly.
And we're big enough to win that challenge.
And come together to do so.
And we have the tenacity
Right.
to continue towards that challenge of not just having our own restaurants, our own supermarkets, our own gas stations and different things.
I know when I was
But
little.
to be treated as an equal class citizen with the resources that we have to partake in society.
Right. When I was little, like the things you're saying, I remember black-owned grocery stores, black-owned gas stations, and so forth,
Girl,
corner
you know,
stores. Yeah. So I
How you
remember
do
those
that?
things. You know, so like I
Sure,
tell
sure.
people, yeah, they don't even understand. You know, the new kids on the block, you know, they just see what they see now, but I seen a different world, and I know that it can once become great again if we just come together. And that's what's a lot of our problem these days, is because everybody's for self, you know, like the self.
You say everybody can what?
Everybody's for self, and
Oh, yeah.
instead of coming together, it's more, you know, oh, it's about me. Oh, I'm gonna get me together. Oh, I don't need anyone. No, we need each other. You
Yeah,
know
we
what
need
I'm
each
saying?
other. That-
Not saying that you can't do it by yourself, but you need each other. You know,
Well, teamwork make the dream work, which is another concept of winning as
you
well.
got one in
Build a
prayer.
winning team around you, and sometimes in the midst of building your winning team around you with what you're trying to do,
Right.
sometimes you're gonna get the wrong person, or maybe even two, but that's all right. You keep building that team, because you know, and keep your mind focused on the prize at the end of what your goals and objectives are, and you're gonna achieve those goals. Is what I'm saying is you can do it. Can I just step? I want to digress 1 second. When I talk about tenacity, I got to bring that back up. We talked about that the first half, but the tenacity to face yourself in the mirror and try this. Look at yourself in the mirror, and when you know there's a spurge of weakness or something that's out of place, check yourself. It's one thing for me to check you, say, "Ah, boy, you know you shouldn't be drinking so much or whatever, or shouldn't be up so late." Check yourself to keep yourself on target. First of all, have a standard that you want to live by,
Yes.
and don't deviate too far from it.
Yes.
You can
yes.
go up and down a little bit, but you ain't
Yes.
going all down here and up here. It ain't no airplane ride. You got a standard that you living with as gangsters and soldiers for God. And that standard is to have you win in all things. That you're going to be able to be abundant in all things. You're going to flourish. You know, you rich right now. How do I know you rich? We'll get into that another time, but it's all in the book.
That's why I say keep
It's in
that
the book.
inner
My
voice
heritage
in
makes
you.
me rich.
Yeah, keep that inner voice in you, because that outer voices will try to take you down and bring you down.
Well, we want to bring them up right now,
Okay,
Kelly.
so
Right?
keep them inner voices in, and then you got these something like me and Mr. James, of course. I'm an outer voice. I'm gonna tell you to keep going. I'm gonna tell like you, I'm proud of you. I don't care where you at in life. I'm proud of you, and especially if you're getting up every day. I don't care if you're getting on a bus to go to work. Then I'm proud of you, because a lot of people wouldn't even do that. They'll just say, "Well, I don't have a car. I'm not going." So for you to get up and get on a bus to go to work, that's right there. That's tenacity. That's the strength to get up to get what you want, because your next level is coming. So just keep going. That's all I got to say, is just keep going.
You know, this reminds me of once I read a book called Acres of Diamonds. I don't remember who the author was, but if you look up Acres of Diamonds, you're going to find that out there, you know, on the internet. This particular book deals with, this was, I think, in South Africa. This guy bought some land, and he was out there mining for diamonds, and he was just looking and looking, I mean, digging and tearing up the land, and this went on for some years. And what happened was, he had a little stream. And in that stream one day, he would just, he wasn't even looking no more. He had stopped looking and went to fishing. He was out there fishing, relaxing, and as he cast his rod, you see something sparkling in the water, like a little light came off the water. And so he went over in that area, and believe it or not, the whole bottom of the stream was filled with diamonds. You know, raw diamonds. And so as he began to stop looking so hard and stop working so hard at it for himself, and just relaxing and knowing everything was there already. This is for you. It's already there. It's already done. Your blessing's already on the table that you could look over and you'll see it there. It ain't for you to see your blessing all the time. You ain't ready to handle it. What I'm saying by that, well, you ain't ready to handle it right then. You can't give everyone, you can't get a guy that's strung out on crack and let him hit $1 million lottery and expect everything to be okay. He's not ready to handle that yet. I'm not saying I don't want it to happen for you. I want it to happen for anybody. Whatever happens for you, but first you have to prepare yourself. for this new wine. It's a new wine for you. It's a new wine coming in your body. It's a new wine coming for you. So it's a new opportunity. And what kind of opportunity am I talking about? If you've listened to the show over the last couple of months, we talk about thinking big. And your secret place of the Most High, 91st Psalms, one of my mother's favorite Psalms. And it goes, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty. You know, so find yourself a secret place. And then you already going to be under God's shadow. And that secret place ain't so much my church or your, but it's a secret place within yourself where you can still yourself and just talk to God. But if you do that, if you take the time to just talk to God about what you want, it's at least as much as your neighbors. At least talk to him as much as you talk to your neighbor about what you really want. Then that's your secret place. And the word says that if you do that, that you're going to be under God's shadow. In other words, he's going to be standing over you every second. So I see that as being a powerful element of where we're going with this thing. That, of course, you're putting God first. He right there. When you find that secret place, meditate and start asking him. Because, believe it or not, we have not because we ask not. We have not because we ask. The word says, if you knock, the door will be open. If you seek, you'll find. And if you ask, it'll be given to you. That ain't me. That ain't Torrance talking. That's the word talking.
Yes, that is.
He said, if you ask, it'll be given to you. And I'm asking right now for all the abundance that he will have for this station, for us, and for our family. I'm asking for a new way of thinking for our people to be able to support each other in our businesses and our financing. I'm asking for a better way to make it right now for our people in not just Detroit, but throughout the country. As we come up for Black History Month, we're talking about winning right now. We're talking about winning. And it's your turn. It's your turn. I say it's your turn to win. That's what I'm getting ready for. It's some blessings going down. I have my eye looking at different parts of industry right now. I'm looking at fashion a little bit.
Right.
You know I am. So we gotta ease something out on that. The movie industry is great. People talk about the nail shop, what's happening with the nail shop. Well, some of you guys know I've been in and out the hospital for the last year. But God, I'm just saying. You know, there's no testimony without a test, and I've been tested a little, but I'm here. And any goals, any projects that I'm on, I'm going to see to completion and fruition. Am I rushing or anxious? No, I'm not anxious for anything. I'm going to tell you the truth, I'm not. I'm not anxious for anything, Kelly. Because he already got my back, and he already showed me victory at the end of the race. So it may not be for me to, well, I'm out contemplating, don't get me wrong. I have teams in place to move the movies forward and different things, but it's not so much that it's a worry to me.
Right.
You know, they'd be like, you're doing too much. I say, no, I'm not worried about that stuff. Those are things I'm doing. But God, I got people coming with little hands in front of me saying, get out of that toilet. I'm saying, but God is able to, even through the midst of things where I don't even know how they'll be completed. Let me tell you the truth. I know the movie is all set, but that's not that. But other projects, I don't even know how they're going to be completed. I'm just walking in faith.
Amen.
Can I tell you the truth?
Yes.
Don't feel like I'm letting you down because I'm just walking in faith. Because he's already shown me that's enough.
That's all you got to
do. And he said, as long as I do that, you ain't got to worry about that. Everything will fall in place.
Wow.
So thus you see my little slogan. Put God first, and everything fall in place.
Yep.
But that's where that came from, Kelly. So you can take that home with you.
Yep. Put
you
God
can use
first.
that.
I needed it. Because, there's always trials and tribulations, and even your own self can be your enemy. If you sit too long, think and contemplate on certain things, your mind get to playing games with you. So sometimes you got to step out of your own self and come around some grace and happiness and joy and loving people and people that's going in different directions but the same path, and get some of that. Like, I'm getting that little energy from him. He giving it back. Boom, boom. Right in your forehead. So, it's a blessing. Go around people that feed your soul and spirit and feed you naturally, and you feed them back. Something that you can both do to each other. Stay and stick around people on that way, and your path shall be blessed.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. Grace, and I'm ending off with this because I know we're out of time. But grace is that unearned blessing from God. There's nothing that you can do about it. It's not how smart you is. It's not how much money you got in the bank.
Amen.
Grace is that thing he rolled up in his son and shot down here as a demonstration that, hey, you can come out and live with each other and love with each other. And it's through grace he was telling people, look, you ain't got to be blind no more. Open your eyes. You ain't got to be crippled no more. Get up and walk. It was only grace. It wasn't anything they earned.
Exactly.
There's nothing we earning now. And I'm looking for that same grace to touch us and keep us going on through this year and to set you up for winning, because that's another seed. We'll talk about it later. The seed of grace. And you plant some grace in there. It ain't even you. It ain't even your seed. So don't get stingy with it. Let's put it out there and make it happen. Hey, look, you guys been watching United Gospel Explosion TV, winning, and you are a winner. God bless you.
God bless you.
See you next week.
Peace.
You're watching United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion TV.
See, I'm a gangster of God and I'm spreading the word. That's right. Truth be told, that's right, truth be heard. No matter what your gift is, it's made to see. So give it up, that's right, for victory. United Gospel Explosion TV. United Gospel Explosion TV. United Gospel Explosion.